What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here, and it's time for another base review. Now, this is actually labeled Mansion, but they have it set up perfectly like a base review. This is Redstone Mansion by Sharpscape. Sharpscape's a really good game studio. They do put a lot of work and effort into everything they do, including a base mod like this. Let's go ahead and get started. This is full of a bunch of redstone contraptions, meaning for security, like this one that shoots out arrows. I'm guessing if you were maybe getting chased by some mobs and you wanted to clear them out, or maybe you wanted to play a trick on some friends they didn't know, that would be really good there. As you can see, house looks good, set up quite nice. There's beds all out here, I guess, to simulate, laying down on like next to your pool. But I would recommend putting some lights out here. This is the only area on the house that spawns some dangerous mobs, so I'd put some of your own lighting out here so this area gets lit up, and then you can sleep outside whenever you want. Let's head inside. They have a really cool door system. That's open, then you shut it, keeping out the dangerous mobs because they do not spawn in here at all. They have it all well lit, and you can even turn, you can even turn the lights on and off. Now here's really cool. You can get some startup armor right off the back. Another cool thing is, if you get stuck down there, if you happen to be off the little mechanism that bounces you back up, there's a button down there that'll push you back up anyway, so you won't get stuck down there. Very good attention to detail. I can imagine someone could easily get stuck down there. So I like the fact that they give you this startup gear right off the back. It's pretty cool. Coming to the next area, the sink actually drops random items. You see, it gave me a stick. You can keep going. Sometimes it will give you a diamond, sometimes it will give you an emerald, sometimes it will give you a piece of food. Never know. Here's another area I really like. This is the smelter, and it's an automatic one. You put the fuel source in this one, you put what you want to smelt in this one, and they have a nice system set up that will grab them, take them to the smelters, smelt them, and bring it back. Put it in right here in output. Really good way, especially if you go out and you mine a big huge chunk of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff, different things. You can come just throw them in there and it'll go through and smelt them. I love that. Hang back to the other side of this level. We'll come in here first. Now, I'm not sure quite what you would use this for. There were paintings here, but when I used it, the dispenser kind of knocked some of them out. I guess it's like a surprise attack, maybe, for if you had a friend that you wanted to, play a little trick on. They can do some damage, but I'm not sure why you would use that. Like how would you even get someone to stand up here? But it's there. It's something. Here are some of the automatic farms. This is a kelp farm. As you see, when it grows, it'll get up to, and once it gets to that level, it gets knocked down by that sensor. Floats up, flows back, which goes down into this hopper, which puts it into this chest. Over here is basically an automatic crop maker. What you can do, you set this carrot here or anything else you want to grow real quick, and this will set it up by quickly bringing it to life. Really good, really good. I like that, and it works for most of the crops that you would grow. So if you wanted to quickly make a whole bunch, instead of having to sit there and wait for it to grow, you could instantly get the crops that you want and use them. Over here is where the skeleton, there's a skeleton spawner up top. That's a little skeleton farm, and its loot falls down here, and you can collect it this way. But we'll check out the actual farm itself once we do the upper level. Well, let's keep going. Oh, before I forget, there are beds all over the house. There are no dedicated bedrooms, but as you can see, there's beds literally all over the house, so you can sleep multiple people in here. There's just no dedicated bedrooms, but there are beds, which is good to have set up and ready to go. Here is just like a little decorative, I don't know what you call it, like a bathroom, a fake bathroom or something. It's cool. You're gonna get that in these mods. Here we have the bamboo farm that's also set up, quite ready to go. It's an automatic one too. Again, once they get to those sensors up top, the sensors will harvest them, and then everything is pretty much put right here. Or you can collect it yourself. Okay, now this was a door that I forgot to open and close, but anywho, this is the enchanting area. And as you can see, you can control the level of the enchantments by moving the bookshelves back and forth. A lot of people don't understand why you would do that. Well, if you were farming a certain one for a certain type of one that you wanted to control how you can get it, it's easier to enchant a bunch of books than it is to get the highest enchantment. So lowering the level and then enchanting a book or a couple books over and over again, then looking for that specific enchantment, and then getting a bunch of them and then stacking them, sometimes that's easier than just doing the biggest enchantment you can do, getting some random thing and losing all that XP at once. I mean, it's a lot better now with the Lampus system, but still, you can lose a good chunk of XP. It's better to have that. That way you can control how many you're getting. And the cool thing about this also is it comes with a Lampus dispenser. So you can instantly start enchanting right off the back. No need to farm for anything except experience. Okay, now we're done with this level. Let's head up a level. I'd rather take the stairs. There is a little elevator they made if you like to take it, but I just take the stairs. All right, we're gonna go this way. Well, no, let's go this way first. Okay, this is the Nether portal. I think every base should have one. It's really cool how they have it set up. You walk over the trigger, it turns it on, then you walk back when you're leaving, and it turns it off. Perfect. That way you don't have to worry about anything creeping out and surprising you, which can happen. This, at first, I wasn't sure what this was. I thought, trash, like, is there something that's producing a bunch of random stuff and it forms here? No. Anything you want to get rid of, you put in here. It gets dispensed into that spider web, and then it slowly drops down into the lava, which gets rid of it. That way you don't have to sit or carry around or store in a chest anything you don't want. It will get rid of it. I mean, everything except netherite. I mean, you can still put it in there. Eventually the netherite will despawn, but it will float over the lava. Over here is the storage area and a little crafting area, because we have some crafting tables here set up, ready to go. You push that button, it opens up these walls, which now you have access to your different chests, which is cool. And then if you wanted to quickly put something together, you have, like I said, you have these crafting tables and some other tables here that you can use. Lovely. Moving on. Okay, so this thing here, what we saw, this is a chicken spawner and cooker. So these ones will lay the eggs, the hopper picks it up, puts it in the dispenser puts them up here until they hatch. When they hatch as babies, eventually they'll grow up into full chickens. Once they do, like that one did, it gets cooked, drop down in here. So you also have a cooked chicken farmer with feathers. It's not an egg. At first I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is an egg one. No, it's not. If you want eggs, you'll have to go get other chickens to do that. But I mean, you really don't need eggs except for making cakes, really, and making other chickens. And this has it set up, so you really don't need them. Okay, these are another automatic farms. I really like how they did these. This is a pumpkin one, and what happens is they'll grow, fall immediately into the water. Water pushes them down into the middle, which pushes them up here. It will literally take it, throw it up there, bring it over here, then it'll drop down into the hopper, into the chest. And this is, like I said, pumpkin. Same thing for this one. This one is watermelon. A good thing to have because I don't think there's jungle close by. When I did a search around the area, I didn't see jungle, so that's good to have. And then this one is sugarcane. So if you wanted sugar for swift potions or paper, you're good to go. And this is where the skeleton farm is. They spawn over there. Again, I really love this whole water system. They fall in the water, it shoots them up here, and it drops them right there on top of that magma cube. They'll basically get killed by the magma cube, and their stuff will fall down. Now, the cool thing is, if you wanted to, you could change it to where you can take them out manually with a sword. If not, I think that's a good way of also getting XP when you do it like that. Because when you do it the automatic route, I don't think they drop XP. They only drop their stuff. So you being able to manually do it, you'll get XP as well. So it's a good XP farm. And then the last thing I'm going to show you in the actual house itself is this, which definitely confused me at first because I'm like, what is the point of this? Now, I want to leave this with a caveat. When I did that, I jumped up here. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not sure what this is. And neat little section. But then I came over here, pushed the button, saw the TNT. At first, I ran away. I didn't know what it was. Then I came back, and it did this. Now, the thing is, when I first did this, I was not in creative. I was in survival. So I died. I'm like, what is the point of this? Well, I think if you had an Electra, you could easily go straight from this to gliding. So, I mean, I can understand that. I would definitely also come with a bucket of water so that you can catch yourself. It's not easy to make it over to the pool or these other water sources so that you don't die. Because the way it shoots you up, it shoots you straight up, and it kind of, I don't know why, it kind of stops you from floating from side to side. But while we're up here, let's take a look at the surrounding area. As you can see, a lot of water. You have a lot of the water biomes, and you do get the mixture of land ones too, but then it switches back and forth between it. As you can see, you have a good mixture of the biomes as well. As you can see, we have spruce wood forest, we have plain biomes, we have dark forest, we've got roofed forest. As you can see, we've got snowy areas. There is desert, but it's a little further away that way. Kind of out of the realms I normally like to show people. Also, good amount of villages. Now, I only found like 1 or 2 damaged portals. Like here's one right here. Like there's not as many as I normally see on these, but there is a good amount of villages, especially once you start to get out towards this snow area. As you can see one right here we're coming up on. Like there's the base, so it's not that far. Like one there, one over there. Yeah, like there's a bunch of villages like over here once you get a little bit further away from the base. And then I believe there's an illager tower not too far from the base on this side. Yes, there it is. As you can see, where the steps are right there. Excuse me. But if you go straight over here, you'll see the pillager tower. Right on. Very, very nicely done. A good good seed. You know, it's not bad. There's a lot of good places to build. More so than things to find, there's a lot of good places to build, which is perfect because this base is set up. It's small, but it handles everything you need. It gets tools right in your hand. You can mine. You can make your own mine easily. It's the only thing it doesn't have is its own mine, but that's okay. You can make a mine for yourself easily. But you have all your startup tools, good startup armor. You've got enchanting ready to go. This is good to get you going and have a really good survivor run where you can make a lot of really good things. As you can see, there's a lot of good places to build bases or villages or castles, whatever you want to build. You should be able to build here easily with a really good startup. So this definitely, I say, is 100% worth it for a base. If you are someone who likes bases that are ready to go, pre-made bases, this one I would highly recommend. I would put it up there as one of the best on the marketplace. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please make sure you leave a like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. That way you're alerted to when we do more of these reviews. I'm trying to do a lot more nowadays like I used to, so that you guys get to see more of them and you make a good decision on, because since these cost money, I like to let people know what it is so that they don't waste their money on a map they don't want. All right, guys. Also, make sure to stay tuned for more from our Spotlight segment. We are still covering Everbloom Games, so we have interviews still coming up, at least one more interview, and we currently have some Let's Plays coming up, as well as an interview we did earlier this week. Make sure to go check those out in the Spotlight segment on the channel. All right, guys. That's going to be it. Average Arcader out.